Welcome to the Member Orientation webinar on our history and structure. Whether you are a new member to the General Society of Mayflower Descendants or a longtime member wanting to learn more about our organization, we are delighted you wish to learn more. This member orientation is meant to offer details of our society so that you may be a more informed and engaged member. Founded in 1897, the General Society of Mayflower Descendants, or GSMD, or more familiarly, the Mayflower Society, is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Our international headquarters is on the campus of the historic Mayflower Society House in downtown Plymouth, Massachusetts. The Mayflower Society was established on January 12, 1897, when 27 delegates from the first 4 state societies, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania, met at Pilgrim Hall in Plymouth, Massachusetts. Today, the society is made up of 54 member societies and boasts a membership of nearly 30,000 members. We recently celebrated the verified application of our 100,000th member. The General Society of Mayflower Descendants is committed to research on the lineal descent of the Mayflower Pilgrims and education about the Pilgrims who traveled aboard the Mayflower in 1620. The Society provides education and understanding of why the Mayflower Pilgrims were important, how they shaped Western civilization, and what their 1620 voyage means today and its impact on the world. As the leading organization perpetuating the memory of the 1620 Mayflower Pilgrims through excellence in research and family history. The General Society is governed by the General Congress, the General Board of Assistants, and the Executive Committee. A staff of 20 or so at the headquarters in Plymouth, Massachusetts handles the daily operations of the organization. Each of these groups will be detailed in a moment. The first General Congress was held on September 6, 1897, at the First Parish Church in Plymouth, Massachusetts. The date was chosen to honor the anniversary of the departure of the Mayflower from Plymouth, England. The General Congress is held every 3 years in September in Plymouth, and while governance is done by officers and delegates, many members attend for the activities offered. The General Congress is comprised of the Executive Committee, former Governors General, former Assistant Governors General, Deputy Governors General, and Assistants General, as well as delegates from the 54 member societies. Each member society is permitted 1 delegate for every 50 members, or a majority fraction thereof, as of July 1st of the Congress year. The General Congress has the power to amend Constitution and bylaws. Voting is carried out at Congress to approve motions, amend the bylaws, and to elect Executive Committee officers. The Constitution of the General Society is set up much like the Constitution of the United States, so that member societies have control over their own affairs. The General Board of Assistants meet during the 2 years when the Congress is not in session. The GBOA is formed by the same members as the General Congress, with the exception of the delegates from the member societies. DGGs and AGs are nominated by the member societies and elected by the GBOA. This body has no power to amend the Constitution and bylaws. The GBOA reports all action taken to the next General Congress. The Executive Committee consists of 12 officers: the Governor General, the Assistant Governor General, the Secretary General, Treasurer General, Historian General, Elder General, Captain General, Surgeon General, Counselor General, and 3 members at large. The Executive Committee members are nominated by the Nominating Committee and elected at the General Congress by a majority vote of the member societies, except for the members at large, who are elected by member societies from nominations from the floor. Next is a brief description of each officer's duties. The Governor General presides at all meetings of the General Congress, General Board of Assistants, and the Executive Committee, and performs other duties that pertain to the chief officer of an organization. The Assistant Governor General performs duties as assigned by the General Congress, General Board of Assistants, Executive Committee, and/or the Governor General. If the Governor General is unavailable, the Assistant Governor General will fill in. The Secretary General records the proceedings of the General Congress, General Board of Assistants, and the Executive Committee, notifies members of the GBOA of all meetings to be held, and transmits required notices and communications. The Treasurer General collects and takes charge of all funds belonging to the General Society, keeps suitable books of account, and reports the conditions of the Treasury at all meetings of the GBOA. The Treasurer General shall be a certified public accountant and have an accounting degree. The Historian General examines and reports upon the lineage papers, both original and supplemental, of all persons admitted as members of the Society. The Elder General officiates at any meeting of the General Congress or Society. The Elder General receives from the Secretary General notices of death of officers and former officers of the General and/or member societies, sends condolences when appropriate, and sees that notifications of such deaths are printed in the Mayflower Quarterly magazine. The Captain General acts as marshal at parades and on occasions of ceremony. The Surgeon General shall be duly licensed to practice medicine. The Counselor General is an attorney at law and renders legal aid and opinions upon matters pertaining to the Society. Members at large shall perform such duties as assigned to him or her by the General Congress or the General Board of Assistants, Executive Committee, and/or the Governor General. The General Society of Mayflower Descendants is made up of 54 member societies representing all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Canada, Europe, and Australia. We hope you'll tune in to the Member Orientation webinar on member societies to learn more.